for Matt. Are there moments where you kind of feel like you would like to more or less act, play the role of Anakin, but more or less like in his darker side? You know what I mean? More or less like Hayden kind of was like in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun for me to be able to do the whole spectrum of Anakin that we're experiencing in the Clone Wars. I mean, I love when the Clone Wars started, he was a little more swashbuckling and innocent and kind of like everybody's hero. So I love that part of him, and that's kind of still there, but it's a lot of fun to take him to Revenge of the Sith. It's a fun challenge to accept, to try to smoothly take him that direction. And I think it's pleasing for all of us as fans to see those times where he is like too angry. You're like, whoa, dude, why are you so crazy right now? but that's great because we know what's coming, and it's a blast for me to do that. So no, I don't have like one. I don't like playing this area of him more than this. I mean, I love it all. Yeah, as a fan, I love to see the Dark Knight.
And you kind of had that opportunity a little bit in the Mortis trilogy when he kind of gave himself willingly to the Son.
Yeah, well, Mortis was a crazy arc for him. I think he found out a lot about himself and that he might or might not have wanted to even know because maybe he's not ready for that.
Right.
But yeah, it was that was an amazing arc for me to play.
Mostly for Ashley and Matt here. You've been developing these characters, and of course you're developing them alongside the writers, alongside the directors. Is there any, now that you're a few years in, is there any limitation to voice acting that doesn't let you develop or connect with the characters as much as you would if you were playing them in live action?
I mean, for me, I think, aside from the obvious, you don't have props and scenes and other actors to physically interact with, there's not a whole lot of difference because I think that some of this stuff is beautifully written. I think that some of the character interactions and developments by themselves and as a team are, top notch. So, no, when you have good writing and you have amazing story, which is kind of king, it just flows pretty smoothly.
But
But
it's
in a good
competitive.
way. Yeah.
Matt Lanter were in a scene with Sam, and they were just going at it. I could be more dramatic than you, bro. I could be more dramatic than you. They were just going back and forth, Anakin and the Son, and it was awesome. Remember that? You guys catapulted.
Yeah, that's not what was going through my head, but
Yeah. He's a Cleveland Browns fan.
Well, you were talking actually earlier about can you watch the episodes and insecurities as an actor and all that stuff. There's a part of that. Actually, just the other day we were in the booth and some kind of Anakin scene, and I wanted to do it again. I wanted another try at it. And Dave was like, "Dude, we got it. It was good. It's great. Let's move on." I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, all right." So there's a little bit of that. Like you gotta hold up to what these characters are and do the characters justice. Because they're such complex and especially in Anakin's case, he's so complex and you just want to do them justice. You want
That's
to make
the
sure
thing, you guys always want to do it so well. I'm in that privileged position where I don't have to push them. I don't have to say it's not good enough. I don't have to say, could we do it one more time? I mean, if I let them, they would perform all day because they just want to get it better and better. Corey Burton is a genius for that. And oftentimes I'll say, are you guys happy with that? And if you say no, I let you fire away one more time, And if I'm a good voice director at all, it's because I learned from Andrea Romano. I have to get that in. She's a genius of that field. So I'm fortunate to have had her be a part of my mentoring process as a director.